All right, have you figured out the money thing? You're making a good income, but maybe haven't quite figured out the budgeting thing. We're going to talk all about budgeting for high income earners and 5 pro tips that you need to know to make sure that you are putting your money to work, right? Like you've worked hard for this money. It's time for your money to work hard for you too. Let's dive in. Budgeting for high income earners. If you figured out this money thing, I've got 5 pro tips that we're going to be talking about today so you can maximize your money. If we haven't met before, though, let me quickly introduce myself. Hi, my name is Aimee Cerka. I am the money confidence coach and founder of Money Masters Inner Circle. So I help women to ditch financial stress so that they can actually start to master their money, create that confidence they need to actually solve that money problem so we can stop living paycheck to paycheck, create those options that we're looking for so we can take more vacations and spend more time with our family in the ways that we want to, and build true wealth. We are not just looking at working 80-hour work weeks to make an extra $500. We want you to create long-term wealth, and that is more than just money. That's wealth with your time and your health as well. Let's dive in though. 5 pro tips to make sure you are maximizing your money, especially if you're a high income earner. Okay. So, our first one today is focusing on your net worth. Now, if you are a high income earner, you might already be calculating your net worth. You might not. I've learned that we do not need to assume that we have everything figured out just because we've hit a specific income level. Okay. That really should be a separate pro tip. Okay. But focusing on your net worth, because again, your net worth is a true financial picture of where you're at, or a true picture of where you're at financially. So if you're looking to maximize your money, you need to know where things are actually at, right? Your net worth is the best way to make sure you do that. We talk quite a bit about that in Budgeting Simplified as well. So if you need resources on that, you can always grab just the net worth worksheet, but Budgeting Simplified is really helpful for that as well. Okay, first one, focus on building your net worth. The second one, we need to make sure that we are preventing what we call lifestyle creep. So as we make more income, woohoo, get excited, right? A lot of times we'll end up spending that extra income on lifestyle stuff, and we're not truly working to achieve our goals because we're not also saving and investing and doing more of the things that we want to do with our money before we had made it. When we set these goals and we create this vision of where we want to go, but then we make the extra income and don't set the intention of where we want to go. Percentage-based budgeting helps solve the problem of lifestyle creep. Side note, it's also perfect if you have irregular income. Hello, all the entrepreneurs out there, also married to a truck driver, and he gets paid by the mile. So talk about, or he did get paid by the mile, talk about irregular income, right? But percentage-based budgeting is going to help make sure that you're prioritizing what you want to prioritize, okay? So there's your second tip. There's your second pro tip. Prevent lifestyle creep by utilizing percentage-based budgeting. The third thing that we need to make sure we're doing, or third pro tip for high income earners, making sure you're still doing the things that we did before we were a high income earner. This includes weekly check-ins and daily money minutes. We need to make sure that we have a healthy relationship with money, and we need to stay in tune with our money. We need to know where it's going, where we're sending it, and what the designated purpose is. Again, a lot of people start this out in the beginning if we're stressed about money, that we're checking the money out of that position, or checking our bank account out of that position of stress. That's not great, no. But you do need to be checking with your bank accounts. You do need to know where things are at. Another great thing about the percentage-based budgeting is it allows you to actually just check the bank account and know where things are at, instead of multiple piles of money being in one checking account. And then it's kind of like, I don't really know how much money we have, because some of that's probably bill money, and then we got vacation money in there, and it's all kind of mixed. Percentage-based budgeting fixes that too. But making sure that we're staying on top of the things that we did when money might have been a little bit more tight, when you've hit this higher income, it's still just as important, even if not more so, because you have more to lose if you didn't set yourself up for success and keep those healthy money habits. Okay. A fourth pro tip, if you are a high income earner, that you need to make sure that we are managing your money for success is have an accountability group. Having that accountability helps you to do the things that we don't necessarily want to do, right? Because how many times, myself included, have we made a decision before that we're going to do something, we're going to take charge, we're going to make this breakthrough? Side note again, we should still have goals that we're working towards, even if you have this high income, okay? But you've made this decision to achieve this next thing. You're going to do this amazing thing. And then all of the stuff comes up. There can be reasons that come up, like mentally. There can be actual like circumstances come up that prevent us from feeling like we are in a position to actually do the thing that we said we were going to do. If you have the accountability and the support system, that's going to help you work through those times, because you probably know by now it's not just like smooth sailing, butterflies and rainbows. We are on a roller coaster with your money. There are ups and there are downs, okay? We need to be able to ride both of those. We need to be able to stay in charge of our money during both of those, and having a fantastic accountability support system is a great way to do that, okay? So that's pro tip number 4, having that accountability system. And then our 5th pro tip for you, if you have a high income, is something that I'm really passionate about. Really important. If you know some of our story, you know that we've had several medical crises that we've gone through as a family. And that 5th pro tip for you today is to make sure that you actually have financial security. If something happened to you tomorrow and you lost all of that income that you worked so hard for, but it stops coming in, how long can you take care of your family? I created a financial security calculator because most of us aren't aware of this. We focus on creating that high income and we feel okay right now. But creating that financial security and how much more confidence and clarity and peace you're going to have when you truly create financial security and utilize this financial security calculator is game changing, okay? That financial security calculator, right now it's just available within Budgeting Simplified just because I just created it. But knowing how long you can take care of your family if something happens to your income tomorrow. We can give you a couple quick tips. There's 3 different types of assets that we have. We have our cash assets. We have that are like liquid assets. Then I'm going blank on what we call them in between one. Assets that we can liquidate within 30 days. And then we have long-term assets, okay, that would take longer than 30 days to liquidate. But between all of those, we're looking to find out how much and how long you can take care of your family if something happened tomorrow and you needed to. That is part of our mission. It's not done out of a place of fear or even out of a place of scarcity. This is about empowering you to take care of your family and to take care of yourself the way that we're called to do, no matter what comes up. It's preparing for those things. So hopefully it doesn't happen. But if it does, you've done the work needed to actually take care of your family like we desire to, okay? So there we go. Those were our 5 pro tips if you're a high income earner to make sure you are maximizing your budget. Now, I want to hear which one of these are you going to be working on. Maybe it was kind of game changing. You hadn't thought about it before, or maybe it's something that you're already like a master at and you're really excited that it was brought up. I'd love to hear either way. And let's see, we talked quite a bit about Budgeting Simplified, so I'll make sure to include that in the resources below if you want to check that out. Other than that, I think we're all set. So we'll see you next week for another episode of Money Mastery with Aimee. Bye for now.
Hey there, I hope that you found that training helpful, and I've got a gift that I would like to give you now. I have something I've put together. It's called the Birthday Experience Manual. And in it, you're going to have 45 different ideas on ways that you can create an extraordinary birthday experience. I don't know about you, but I've moved a little bit farther away from the traditional presents of toys or whatever else that might be the physical gifts, and worked more towards those experiences because I find that they're just that much more powerful. So I'd love to get this gift to you. There, depending on where you're watching the video, there's either going to be a button directly below or there's going to be a link in the description. That way you can go ahead and grab the Birthday Experience Manual. So go ahead and get your hands on that. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you later. Bye!